Hello, I'm Erin Sawatzky, and I'm finishing up here with a degree in social sciences, which I've heard called the indecisive degree, though I prefer the term well-rounded. I came to CMU with a plan to do my undergrad so I can go into education. As so often happens here, it was not that simple. I soon found it hard to think about teaching as my understanding of being a student kept being turned upside down. For everything I already knew for certain, I bumped into the ever-present, but what about? To my understanding of my country's and my people's history was the question, but what about residential schools? What about treaties? What really happened, and what does that mean for the church today? I had always known it was important to take care of the environment as part of creation, but I was confronted by the questions, but what about if our relationship with the land is deeper than that? What about if the land has much it can teach us about our place in creation? What if we are losing our own identity through our disconnect from the land and its resources? I've spent a lot of time over the course of my degree unlearning what I believed I already knew, and in this process, I discovered that what was more important was not what I was learning, but how I was learning it. I realized that we must approach learning with an attitude of humility, because there is always that nagging, but what about, nudging at our convictions. This does not mean that we can't hold anything to be true. We must act boldly out of our convictions, but with an attitude of listening, being accountable to a community, and acknowledging the fact that we might just not be the only one right. I became convinced also that learning should be transformational. What happens in class should not stay in class. My profs kept stretching the boundaries of the classroom by having students practice living out concepts, whether observing trials at the law courts for peace and justice class, experimenting with radical lifestyle changes in the study of voluntary simplicity, or participating in Idle No More political rallies. I ended up completing my 3-year degree over 4 years as I continued to spend time outside of class experimenting with ideas I'd been wrestling with there, living in a new monastic community, being a part of a student activist group, working on a group home, going to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and of course, making some friends along the way. I'm so grateful for the incredible community I found here at CMU, and that I know will be there as I continue to unlearn, learn, and practice. I'm also grateful for my parents and my family for supporting me in my crazy ideas along the way and challenging me with their own. I'm still not exactly sure what I will do with my degree. Perhaps I will still go into education. And if I do, I feel lucky that I've had so many profs here that have shown me what kind of teacher I would want to be. But I'm also not too worried about figuring that out, because I've come to realize that what is important is not just what we do, but how we do it. As Wendell Berry artfully puts it, the world cannot be discovered by a journey of miles, no matter how long, but only by a spiritual journey, a journey of 1 inch, very arduous and humbling and joyful, by which we arrive at the ground at our own feet and learn to be at home. Thanks.